Circus Artemis began with a conversation between Revolva and Shireen when Revolva moved into Portland.
My name is Carrie, but I perform under the stage name Revolva, and I've been doing that for about almost 8 years.
My name is Shireen Press, and I specialize in fire performance, but I also do all kinds of other circus skills, kind of your all-around circus freak.
I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and I showed up in Portland in 2008, and I was just kind of feeling around, like, what are my performance opportunities here? And I pretty quickly ended up in a couple shows that I wasn't very comfortable with. So these shows that I would be doing where I would show up wanting to do my funny routine, like character routine, I would feel kind of objectified and pressured to look sexy and to sex it up. Over the course of the past year, I've discovered that there's some really amazingly talented women in Portland, and we're all feeling the same thing.
We really felt that our community was asking us to do an all-women circus. So we put it together, and here we are. Well, the most obvious thing that's different about Circus Artemis is that we are all women from the ground up. All the technicians, I can't say all the volunteers, I think we have one male volunteer, and all the performers are all women in our show. That's very, very unique. Historically, women in the circus have often been the pretty ladies up in the air, sometimes scantily clad, sometimes not, but they're often like the beautiful moment in the show. And sometimes that's all that's expected of you.
It means a lot to me to put on an all-women circus. This show is really about women being strong and being beautiful and doing what they do well, and having the opportunity to do that in a supportive environment where people are really coming to watch that.
To put a show like this on takes a lot of work. So we don't have particular seating arrangements. We didn't even have appropriate power in the building when we planned the show. So we had to arrange getting power installed in the building. All the parts that are necessary in order to put a show together, we had to start from the very, very bottom and work our way all the way up. And it's really impressive to see how this space is transformed.
We actually have a really great variety of acts. Even though there's a lot of aerial acts, all of them are different. So we have so many different kinds of aerial apparatus. The piece that I'm in, we invented our apparatus. So it's the ladder that has trapezes attached to the ropes. There's also aerial harness and slings, there's fabric, there's various kinds of trapeze and live musicians. I mean, it's really the gamut. And we really did approach the show as being more of a variety show than a thematic show. We were looking for people to bring in what they're good at.
My name is Daniela, and I'm doing a clown piece with 2 other people and a single point trapeze. When I very first came to Portland, about 20 years ago, I saw an ad in the newspaper for trapeze and acrobatics classes for adults, and I thought, they can't keep doing that without me. So I showed up at the Echo Theater and said, hi, I don't have any money, but I need to take this class. And they said, okay, here's a broom. And so I started cleaning the theater in exchange for taking classes, and basically refused to leave.
My My name is Kirsten Finley, and I do the aerial straps act. I'm naturally pretty strong. I gain strength easily, which is why I do straps instead of being a contortionist or something. One of my coaches was like, straps is going to be really good for you because you already are strong and you get strong fast. And she told me that I was a girl, so I had to have splits in my act. She was a Russian coach, and it's pretty traditional circus ideas about what should be in an act. So there's splits in the act. This trick works really well for me because I'm not very flexible, and if you are too flexible, you end up in a big smiley face and can't get out again very easily.
When you're performing, it's just like a different state of consciousness, almost like you're so focused on what you're doing and just right inside of what you're doing in a way that you don't get to be in the rest of your life.
Aerial work, I feel a little bit of peace run through my body because humans don't normally fly. We're not normally suspended in mid-air for moments at a time, and being able to be on an aerial apparatus where you actually can fly is really elevating. I was absolutely astounded at the support that we got from our community. We really were hoping that ticket sales would allow us to make budget so that we can pay all the performers and to pay for all the supplies that we needed and everything. And I ended up having to call Jen, the artistic director of AWOL, the afternoon of opening night and say, Jen, oh my gosh, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if we have enough seats for all these people. We held the show and we got as many people in here as we could, and everybody left really, really happy.
My hope, like, through this whole thing was that women would walk out of here thinking, I want to join the circus, and girls too. And so we just had the opening night last night, and a woman walked over to me and she said, I came here, I didn't even really know what this was, like my friends just dragged me here. We all want to join the circus, and I just started jumping up and down. I was so excited about that.